Kissterra, a revolutionary Israeli startup, has developed an innovative marketing and distribution operating system for insurance companies. They've just recently reached $100 million in revenues, taking the industry by storm. Joining us now with more is Iftach Krezner, co-founder and president of Kissterra. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me. I have nothing more to add after that introduction. I just want to say you have beautiful studios. I've been doing a lot of these lately, and you guys have the most maybe high-techy, kind of flashy one. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Great, thanks for being here. So,
Of course.
let's talk about Kissterra. You've essentially developed the first insurance marketing operating system.
Right.
What exactly does this mean?
Okay, great. Because insurance is usually, people find insurance a little bit complicated and people find marketing a little bit complicated, and we kind of mesh them two together. So basically what this is about is insurance is a product based on differentiation, right? All three of us would walk into a car insurance, let's say the United States, with the same vehicle, same model, same type, same year, same everything, but still pay a different price for our monthly premium. And everybody understands that. Everybody in the United States understands that. Our question at Kissterra is, if insurance is a product so much based on differentiation. We've just established everybody is different, right? Personalized experience. Why is insurance marketing standardized? Why do they approach all three of us with the same message at the same time through the same platform? What that causes is the cost of acquisition, sorry for becoming too much detailed, the cost of acquisition is standardized, but the lifetime value is differentiated. This causes insurance carriers to lose hundreds of millions of dollars annually, and how we help them to do so is we centralize the data for the organization. So different departments within the insurance company, the claims data, the underwriting data, the policy management data can all be connected to drive smart business insights for the marketing department. And that's what we've been doing for the last couple of years. And it's a lot more fun than it sounds. I know that sounds like data and insurance, but we have fun, and the insurance company like it, and it brings value to our customers and to their customers, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, and nothing says fun like insurance company.
And you would think the conferences that I go to, you know, I travel a lot throughout the United States and every different state to go to insurance conferences, and I always speak on stage, and I make that joke. You know, sometimes you're speaking in front of a crowd of actuaries, right? Insurance actuaries, think about the most, I don't know what to say. And we always crack that joke of there's going to be a great party tonight. And you know, the people actually are kind of forward-thinking. People are moving forward with the time, with technology, trying to advance themselves. I see a lot of C-level executives in insurance carriers coming from different, tech companies. Insurance carriers that are sometimes 100, 120 years old are starting to understand that they need some new DNA within the organization. And that comes within, their stack of employees, but also with external companies that they choose to use, like Kissterra, which is a little bit unsimilar to anything that they've ever used before.
Ifti, you know what I want to ask you?
What is it?
I'm an entrepreneur, and I actually want to...
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that,
it's not easy.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, I heard that you went bootstrap for 6.5 years.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, we were bootstrapped for 6.5 years.
Can you share more about your journey? How did you start it?
Sure. I don't know what language to use. I'm sorry to say, but it sucks, man. No, to be honest, it's a very rough journey. It's a lot of grind, a lot of hustle. People always talk about the kind of roller coaster environment of being an entrepreneur. That doesn't even start to depict what you really, the emotional stress of being involved 24/7, weekends, holidays. Us at Kissterra for the last 7 years, for me personally, let's say Friday is a working day in the United States. So obviously we work Fridays. And Sundays, which is a vacation over there, is obviously a working day in Israel. So you get kind of this 6-day week where you only have Saturday, and through Saturday you have to plan kind of the whole of next week. So we didn't really have, and then American holidays are not the Israeli holidays. So you find yourself always working, except Yom Kippur, obviously, which is kind of sacred for us. So it's a very, very demanding, I think, process, which has a lot of stress on you, on your family. I'm a new father. I have a 1.5-year-old son, Michael Moses. Where's my camera? Which I love. Michael, I love you, and my wife come in. And I think the stress on the family is even worse than on the entrepreneur, right? Because we're chasing a dream. We're like, I'm going to touch it. I'm almost there. I just need to, get this, sign that contract, get that money. But your wife and kid are sitting at the house, doing their main day-to-day thing, and you're not with us, and you're not spending enough time with us. So if you can get over that, which is the most difficult thing, you can achieve anything, I think, in life.
And understand that, speaking of achieving, you've recently raised capital from institutional investors. I mean, how is that different than raising from VCs?
Oh, totally different. It was very important for us. We raised from Menora Miftachim and from Bank Hapoalim, whoever's in Israel obviously knows, very recognizable institutional companies. It was very important for us because we wanted strategical partners. We were lucky enough to be profitable from day one. That has to do with the kind of very unique business model that we have. But we really wanted companies that can bring extra value. And usually the value that VCs bring is A, money, but B, connections, right? We know people in the industry will make it happen. For us, it was very, very important to provide the best product that we can for our customers. In order to provide the best product, we work with Iftach, which is, maybe the largest insurance group in Israel, to actually work as design partners, right? How can we make our product better? There's no VC or hedge fund or private equity fund in the world that would know as much as insurance as a real large-scale insurance company. So they help us with that. Bank Hapoalim is our next vertical. After insurance, we're looking to kind of duplicate our success into the banking and financial products. So they're there for that. So that was kind of our methodology, thinking about that. We want partners that will understand the value of our product better than anybody else and assist us to kind of build a better product in the future.
Ifti, I want to ask you, like, what's your strategy with B2B sales? Because you mentioned, like, before, that how difficult it is to be startup entrepreneur, but being a startup entrepreneur selling B2B products...
Oh, it's the worst. I'm not here to depress anybody. I'm just being honest. It's the worst, right? And I think what we found to work, and I'm only going to talk as Ifti and for Kissterra, right? I'm not a prophet. I don't know what's going to work for anybody else. I can only share from our story. What I find, single-handedly, the most important thing to do in B2B sales is to be there in person. I was in a podcast yesterday, a marketing podcast. They're like, where do you market, online and YouTube? Listen, I get on a plane for 16 hours. I land in California. I get on another plane for a connection flight if it's West Coast, and then I'm there in front of somebody's face. And people appreciate you being there, stating your case, providing the value that you bring in front of their face and being able to explain. That beats 100 commercials, 5,000 Zoom calls. If you really want to be somewhere, you need to get on a plane, get yourself there, and be in front of the people.
And in the age of Corona, let's add. So Ifti from Kissterra.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me once again in your beautiful studio. Thank you so much.
Great. Unicorn TV is brought to you by Symmetria. Symmetria offers ongoing liquidity management to attract and retain the best talents. Give your team the benefit they desire and deserve and win the competition over talents with Symmetria.